I purposely go out of my way now not to talk about work stories at work. I mean, I'll discuss where I am and what I'm doing, but I try not to discuss particular stories about what happens here, just as a personal rule, because my first couple of videos after I got this job was just me ranting about how people pissed me off or ranting how somebody got me for $5. And I told myself I didn't want to do that, but today I have to. Today I have to share a couple of stories with you because it's like wow, I just these stories touched me in such a way that I need to share them with you. My day starts like any other day; it's no big deal. And what normally happens is people buy a ticket, and once they're done with it, they put it over in the machine for other people to use. And it might have a little bit of time left. It might get you like one stop over. Whatever the case is. Sometimes it's got an hour left. Sometimes it's got 20 minutes left. Whatever. This particular ticket had an hour left on it. Somebody has finished, and they put it in the machine. So what I do is when I see those there, I take them because what if I don't
Train
take
28
them,
for Metro.
then a lot of people they'll take them and just keep them, or take them and not use them, or take them and just tear them up because
Train
they
28
don't
no
want people to
cut
be able to use
to
them.
train
I'm
28
gonna turn
at
my radio down here
13th outbound. It
because
would be at 13th outbound when you leave
okay,
South Valley as train
they're all in
21.
my business. So I take them and I give them to people whom I feel like are worthy. Is it racial profiling? Maybe. Is it discrimination? I guess an argument could be made for it, but that's not my intent. My intent is to make sure that people who need it actually get it. So I have this ticket, which is good for about another hour, and a young lady comes running across the track as her train is coming. She's like, "I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it." So she makes it across. And she's like, "Oh, I still gotta buy my ticket." So she's scrambling in her purse trying to find change. I was like, "Whoa, here you go. I got you. Bam. Here you go. Here's a
No
ticket."
24 for
And
Metro.
she's like, "Oh, thank you so much. Here, let me give you this money." I was like, "No, look, I'm not interested in your money. I just wanted to be able to help you out."
Notify when you're ready
So
to
I
get
help her
back.
out, and she's just so grateful and so thankful. And, that's not really why I'm here, because that happens often. I just make sure that people get to where they're
Train
going.
22, 2 cars cab.
So I'm just doing
23,
my rounds as I
2 cars
normally
cab.
do, and I
24,
come
2
across
cars
a young
cab.
lady
Train
sitting
26, 2 cars
at
cab.
the station, and she looks a little down, but she could be tired. A lot of people are tired. It's that time of the day. They're just getting off work. I was like, "So, good afternoon, ma'am.
Metro
How
train
you
27
doing?"
on
My
South
usual
Valley 41,
spiel.
21,
And she
129,
looks
Metro,
up and
1000.
just starts crying. I mean, just bawling, and I feel
Train 22.
horrible. I'm like, "Man, what's wrong? What's going on?" Her story is she just moved here from Guatemala, and the train driver was rude to her because she was standing in the wrong spot to get on the train. On top of that, she had a horrible experience with a Lyft driver getting down here in the first place. You see, she moved out here for her boyfriend, and she was just trying to get to her boyfriend. She just got here today. So I guess the Lyft driver came super late, didn't come, canceled on her, so she
14,
still had to pay
17,
$5. So she was late to getting where she had to go. So she says, "Okay, I'll just get on the public transportation." So she
21.
gets out here,
14 copy.
and I guess she had to take a bus because she had a YOLO pass. So clearly she had to get on a bus to get here first. And now she was just trying to get to Folsom to be with her boyfriend. I was like, "Well, can you call him?" She's like, "Well, my phone, I depend on Wi-Fi, and I don't have Wi-Fi out here." I was like, "You know what? Let me see if I can, turn on my tether, and you could just use my Wi-Fi from my phone." I set it up, but I couldn't remember the password. So I was like, "You know what? I'll just let you use my phone. It's not a big deal." But she couldn't find his number anyway. But that's not the case. That's neither here nor there. It didn't matter. So we just have a real nice conversation, and I'm explaining to her how what she's doing, I did the same thing in 2009. I came across the country for a woman, and I was like, "Well, it worked out. I married her." She's like, "Oh, that's so nice." And I got to telling her about Asia and telling her about Kari, and she's telling me about her boyfriend. Her name's Nicole, really nice lady. And now she's crying again. It's like, "Oh no, what's wrong?" She was like, "No, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for helping me out." I was like, "Look, it's my pleasure. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. I make sure she gets on her train. It's like, this will get you to where you need to go. If anyone asks, please show them your ticket. It'll get you there. You'll be fine. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And she's just so grateful for the help. And she hugs me and she's like, happy Thanksgiving. It's like, hey, happy Thanksgiving to you too. So I turn to walk away and I'm feeling good about myself. I am. And as I'm walking up, now there's this, I mean, this is literally like step within like minutes of each other. I'm walking, I'm actually headed to the bathroom, and an older lady comes up, and she's got, clearly this is her grandson. And she's like, hey baby, can you tell me what time it is? And normally I get really bothered when people do that. And it's like, well ma'am, it's 5 o'clock. She's like, oh okay, it's not too late. We can still do it. She's like, can you be a doll and can you go get my ticket for me? And I was like, yeah, sure, you know. This is an older lady. She probably don't want to do all that walking. So she gives me $1 and some change and some pennies. And I was like, well, ma'am, the machine won't take pennies. She's like, well, do you have a dime? I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't. Honestly, if I had had a dime, I would have done it. But I just don't. I don't carry change. I don't. So we're walking. She's like, oh, baby, well, we'll work it out. So as we're walking, there's a guy smoking directly under the no smoking sign. Like, literally. I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, let me just deal with this for a minute. And I'm like, sir, you know, I just want to point out the irony that you're smoking under the no smoking sign. So, oh, I'm sorry about that. So the old lady says, baby, do you got a dime? And she was like, oh, you need some money? And this man whips out money and he like gives her $20. And she's like, oh, thank you so much, baby. Thank you so much. It's God bless you. It's like, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but she's just like, oh, it's through the grace of Jesus. God